Welcome back to Theme Park Wizard. I'm back at Universal Studios Hollywood, and it is a warm one today. Let's go check on Super Nintendo World, because there's some big updates. In fact, this might be the biggest update I've ever done on this channel. Let's do it. It is currently 96 degrees outside here in Universal City. It's 4:30 or something like that. So yeah, it was a hot one today. It's gonna cool down drastically though here soon next week. Park's open until 8 today, but 2 of the lower lot rides are temporarily closed, and you can't see that because the sun's there. But there you go. Jurassic World and Transformers are both broken down. Well, Harry Potter's also temporarily closed. I wonder if there's a power outage or something. You know, that actually could be. There could be a slight power outage affecting those attractions in the park because again, it's so hot outside. It really hasn't been this warm in a long time here in Southern California. So maybe kind of stressed out the heat or stressed out the power systems and maybe strained them a little bit too much. Now it's the second week in a row I've noticed the intelligent lighting out here. I've just never noticed this before. If they keep it here if it's like this all the time, or if there's something maybe they're setting up for. I thought it was here. It seemed like it was here all the time, but I don't know. The more I look at it, the more it looks different, where it doesn't look like it's like this all the time. So I wonder, maybe a little special events coming to Universal, or maybe, like I said, maybe it is here all the time. Back at the Parisian courtyard. And this definitely looks to be, according to the sources online, the Curse of La Arno. I have not been in that maze. The last time I was here was like 2011, 2012. But according to those people online and whoever's been on it, let me know in the comments below, been through it. Apparently it is a showstopper, especially a specific lake scene that it's a grand finale. Apparently it's creepy and dreadful and leads up to this grand finale lake scene. Although they did say, because obviously this maze was in a different spot last time, they said the space may be too small for the lake scene, but it's still, even without the lake scene, a pretty awesome, great maze. So I'm very excited to see this one for my first time. This is, after reading all that, this is becoming one of my most anticipated mazes, because even though it's returning for, technically a returning maze, it's new for me, because like I said, this was over 10 years ago. Or about 10 years ago, and I wasn't going to Horror Nights then, so it's like a brand new maze for me, and I hope it's as good as what it was back in 2012. Most days to say it's not good for this, but today it is perfect. Absolutely perfect to go in this little water park area. It's quite nice, and that's why it's so packed today with kids running around, and even adults, as you see in there, because it is, like I said, 96 degrees, and it's 4:30, meaning it was over 100 today at Universal. Want to take a quick peek at the Universal Campus project. It doesn't look like it's gotten too much more above ground than it has in since the last time a few weeks ago. But we'll keep checking on this every few weeks until they make that above ground progress. That it hasn't stalled or anything. They're just doing. There's a lot of again. This was a hill, so they did a lot of grading. There's really kind of a lot of levels before it even reaches this top level right here. And the cranes there do moving and stuff and hauling stuff every single day. And also not just this building, it's actually a couple buildings, and one of them stretches behind the tree over there that you can't really see. So yeah, it's definitely not stalled or anything, but yeah, it's just not a good vantage point from that. I'll try to maybe drive by the Sheraton one day and see if I can get a good vantage point of this project from there. And boy oh boy, here it is, the biggest update ever on the channel for Super Nintendo World. You can see it. The pyramids are starting to get unwrapped. When we go to the lower lot, or the Starway, you'll see a lot of that grass starting to form. You can see it right there a little bit. The sun is creating such immense glare on it. It's kind of hard. But you can see the top is fully in with the dirt. I'm sure they're going to maybe add some grass to that as well, or some mountains. The desert area is looking fantastic. You can see a little bit of the grass structure as the camera focuses. Where's my finger? There it is. Right over there on the lower portion by the Tosul Cafe. But we'll get a much better portion as we head to the lower lot, which we'll be doing just now. Let's try to take anything else we can see. Oh yeah. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's great. That's actually, I saw in the pictures, I saw that the grass wasn't on Mount Beanpole. That's fantastic. Ooh, this is getting really exciting. And even some grass behind you can see as well. Nothing going on. Well, maybe some, actually, yeah, maybe some rockwork theming on that small building or experience right there. And even some theming to the back of the Mount Beanpole building as well. But yeah, let's go ahead to the much better vantage point on the Starway, because I'm very excited to see all these little details with you. I was gonna say, it really sucks that Jurassic World being the only water ride here is down when it's so hot like this. But again, at least you have the water park option and Water World if you sit in the front row, but really the middle, you can get the best splash in that show. So at least you have those two options when Jurassic World is down on hot days. Looks like someone is taking a drive here overnight. Some work vehicles probably coming up here, restocking some shelves, doing whatever they gotta do. But yeah, a lot of the track marks still here. Looking at Super Nintendo from my favorite vantage point, the Starway. You can see a lot more greens starting to be added, some darker greens and lighter greens. Maybe the darker greens first, then the lighter green comes second. The pyramids again are starting to get fully shaped. The top one's out of tarps, which is awesome. The desert's starting to be fully formed. More scaffolding on the entrance to the land. And let's see here. Some more little green pipe. Looks like that's gonna some fake grass that's to be popped on somewhere. It's being laid out somewhere right now. And then on Mount Beanpole, look at that. Some grass is being installed on the top over there. I wonder if it's the light green the final product or is the dark green the final product? I think maybe the dark green might be the final product. Comment below if you know, but I think the dark green actually might be more the final product. Yeah, because the dark green is kind of all over the place. And then the light green is kind of looks too light. And they probably want to make it darker anyway because the California sun. Makes more sense. But yeah, I love how the Mount Beanpole, the rock work's getting ready. And my favorite, those little slits right there, because that's where those animatronic clouds are going to go. And there's another slit for an animatronic right there, which is pretty cool. Can't wait to see it fully active and ready to go. I love the progress of this. Is fantastic. We're really moving. Also, look at that. One of the pieces to Bowser's Castle on the top, it's gotten its prefab metal piece in there. Not sure what that is. I was know this. It's the castle part. But yeah, look, even the turrets are getting more formed in right now as well. Can't wait to see Bowser's head on there eventually coming. Just maybe soon at this pace. This is incredible. Absolutely incredible. Again, the top, you see the different sediments of the dirt in there with some mountains of grass will be going on top of there. And let's see what else. I think that's all I can spot from here. I'm going to pan around one more time. Can't wait to be back here on Sunday for another update. Then I'll be in Vegas. We'll be back in Vegas on Thursday, so I will be doing another update on that to stick on the 2 times a week schedule for this, especially with a rapid progress. This definitely looks the most complete right there, though. The green grass, dark green grass, and the darker sediments and brown dirt right there. Tarps over there. Excited to see what happens when those tarps come off. Looks like some grass is being installed on those tarps as well. And again, glad to see the entrance finally being worked on quite a bit now. I cannot wait till those green warp pipe pieces come as well. By the way, feature presentations can open next week. Cast members team members have shifts there. I'm not sure what day, but I'll be definitely checking it out on Thursday. It should be open hopefully by then. If not, whatever day it opens next week, I'll be here for that if it's after Thursday. Looking at the rumored Mummy Maze, and not too much has changed, although the facade looks a little bit more complete, which is cool. There's a lot more plywood getting ready for maybe more facade work there. And the back is already having its fire retardant / black paint on there. The X is the attraction, which is cool. This one should be wrapped up shortly. These are not the biggest mazes in the world, So this one in the Curious George one. So that's why those can get started and finished relatively quickly. Speaking of the Curious George Maze, let's go out of the park and check out Toothsome and check out the Curious George Maze to see what's going on there with the progress over there. Here at Toothsome, they finished this little patio area, potential patio area over there, and the grand entrance area over here. With the they put the concrete on there, which is nice, solidified. They'll do the same thing over to this side. They're still doing some electrical work underneath over here with some wires and things. So it'll be awesome to see this shape up and to see what's going on the inside as well. See, it's pretty dark through the camera, but inside nothing much. It's kind of all tarped up and gutted. Nothing much happening over there. But yeah, excited to see what this grand entrance and patio shapes up like here at Tootsome's. Here's a better shot. You can see a potential staircase right there leading to this gift shop. I think that was the former gift shop, but it could be another gift shop or just another entrance to the restaurant there, or exit. And potential patio seating right here will really liven this area up, which is great. I don't remember if Hard Rock had patio seating. Let me know in the comments below if Hard Rock had patio seating here. But if not, this would be a great addition to City Walk, especially it's a nice view of whatever's going on in the plaza and just this general central area of City Walk. I can't wait for this to open it. And again, it was supposed to close. Hard Rock closed March 2020. It's supposed to open in summer 2020. So going by that timeline, maybe it'll open this summer of 2022, if not latest by Horror Nights, maybe, hopefully. Horror Nights in Orlando starts on September 2nd or 3rd. It's one of those, I forgot which one. But if it's like last year and previously years, you can expect Halloween Horror Nights here in Hollywood start 1 week after that. So maybe that's September 7th or 8th or 9th. Kind of like last year, right after Labor Day or on that Labor Day weekend, whenever Labor Day falls this year. So yeah, that's super exciting. I'm going to have a whole tips to conquer Horror Nights video, including, I'll give you tip number 1, come on opening night, and I'll tell you why. They cap your attendance to 10,000 people because it's kind of almost like a soft opening night. They come on, it opens on Thursday to kind of test the waters so they get those big weekend crowds, and then they unleash the waters on those weekend crowds and the mazes and Harry Potter and all those attractions. Go up to hours waits, but longest I waited on opening night last year, 35 minutes. So stay tuned for that tips video later on in the summer as we get closer and closer to the opening of Horror Nights. Nice and cool here in the elevator lobby and the parking garage. It's like a dramatic difference ever since when you walked out of City Walk into the garage. It was like big cool down. Yeah, it hasn't been this warm, and it's not even that bad. I mean, I like the heat, so it's not even super bad, but I definitely can feel a difference because in some places I'm sweating, and I haven't sweated. What's the past tense of that? I'm gonna say sweated. I haven't sweated. Sounds wrong, but I haven't been sweating in quite a while. And we're gonna finish our update here on the rumored Scarecrow Maze, where it's again all fully in its fire retardant black, has its emergency exits all ready to go, and its main exit over there. And the house facade's really shaping up, even some texture for me, and you see, looks like it's kind of an abandoned house because it looks kind of dark and creepy in the wood-covered windows there. So I definitely wouldn't want to be staying there. I wouldn't want to be living there if that wouldn't be my choice of residence. But I would gladly walk through it for one night or a couple nights throughout the whole event. Nor windows there. It looks like there's these creepy shutters of windows right there. They took away all the plywood for this area, this maze, but they kind of put it over here. So maybe they're just gonna wait a little bit before they start construction on that second maze, if they start construction on that second maze here in Hollywood. Again, it's only April, so I mean, they have many months to do so. And again, the second maze is just like this one, doesn't take too long to put up, so they can start anytime, really. Well, that's it for this week's major update. Again, the biggest update to Super Nintendo World I've ever done on this channel. With the most progress. That was some major progress. I'm very excited to see it over the weekend. And again, next week, as we start getting the high gear for its late 2022 soft opening, I'm guessing, and early 2023 grand opening. Next week I'll be touring feature presentation, see what Nintendo merch is in there, and see hopefully it's a nicely themed shop for the next few months until Nintendo actually opens. And I'll be looking at those Horror Nights mazes as well. If you like this video, press that thumbs up button, subscribe for more theme park updates. As always, have a fantastic day.